Hey everybody, so this is Ryan. I'm here behind the camera. This is Ryan with the Harvey Historical Society. I'm just here this evening with Michael Airhart, so he's running for mayor of Riverdale. And Michael, why don't you just tell us a little bit about your business? Because that's your big passion, right? And that takes up most of your time.
Yes, it is. It's one of the major. It's the only passion. It's Taste for the Homeless. You know,
Okay.
Taste for the Homeless is an organization that we put together a little bit over some years ago, like 15 years, almost 13 years. But it started when I was a kid, coming out of Allgill Gardens, an 8-year-old kid.
Mm.
So I was an 8-year-old kid feeding kids in the projects of Allgill Gardens.
Oh
And
wow.
so I already knew my passion. I knew that the Lord wanted me to be a kid, making sure that other people eat.
Mm-hmm.
Taste for the Homeless came from a situation in my younger years growing up. So, of course, everybody know growing up in the projects, we belonged to a gang or we sold drugs. That's how the pressure was back in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
We had to belong to something. So, and when I grew up, we didn't call it a gang, we called it an organization. you know,
Okay.
um, we wasn't allowed to call it a gang. We
Mm.
wasn't, and that's just how it was growing up. It was called an organization.
Yeah.
So I grew up in the organization, and the pressure was real. It was real. And so me growing up, selling drugs, trying. So when I got involved with it, I was selling drugs to make money to feed people. I
Mm.
thought that was the best thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I found out later, court cases, cause, because I want the world to know the real truth
Mm-hmm.
about who Michael Earhart is. We wasn't perfect. I was a good kid, but the pressure was unreal growing
Mm.
up in the projects. So, of course, selling drugs, trying to make a way out of no way for the people, caught cases, caught felonies from it throughout the year.
Mm.
So, me getting through that part made me who I am today,
Mm-hmm.
which created that Taste for the Homeless brand.
That's awesome. Oh
Um,
yeah, show us your truck here. I
yes,
want to see. So this one is for food.
yes. This is actually the food truck.
All right.
Um,
Look at this.
it's amazing. It feeds a lot of people.
Yeah.
It feeds a lot of people. It does a lot. It creates a lot.
That's a big truck.
Yes,
Look at that. Wow. All right.
yes,
And then I noticed it has your which I saw online, your quote here,
yes.
which I really
Oh,
like.
that's my quote. Who are we as
Yes.
human beings if we ignore the suffering of others? We can't ignore nobody and ride past somebody,
Mm-hmm.
or we coming up the street and somebody they just ask for a sandwich or something. That's what we do. We pull up, you can have it. We'll make sure you
That's
can.
awesome.
Yeah,
And
we
because
get.
you said you've been to Harvey even. You've been to my
Yes, been to
city.
Harvey, downtown Harvey,
Yeah.
on the side of downtown Harvey.
Mm-hmm.
I also been through the blocks. They have a lot of bandos up in there. They
Yeah.
call them bandos. And it's
Yeah.
a lot of people that lives in the bandos. A
Yeah.
lot of people that lives there that need food. I get a lot of people all the time that asking, at nighttime they'll reach out to me and I slide over there and get them some food or, prepare something for them.
Oh, that's
Um,
great.
it's just what it is.
Yeah.
My heart is where it is. Like my brother Tony, his heart
Mm-hmm.
is where it is. We can't sit
Say
back
hi,
and
brother Tony.
and
Hello,
we can't we can't
I'm Michael's brother.
yes. We can't ignore the suffering. That's what that means. We can't
Mm-hmm.
ignore the suffering. So we can't go with us, I know our heart. We can't ignore somebody and go to sleep and knowing this person hungry. That's
Mm-hmm.
just not us.
Right. Right.
That's just not us. And that's what that Taste for the Homeless brand
Hmm.
stands for. Taste for the Homeless came off of Taste of Chicago. I had an
Ah,
incident
okay.
when
I was gonna
and
ask you about that. It kind of reminded me of
that's
that.
where it came from. It came from an incident me in them younger years, and me and my friends, we just was out selling drugs, and we came that night. I wanted to ask my friend, can we go to Taste of Chicago before they close? I wanted the drumstick,
Hmm.
and they laughing. Yeah, so we made it just in time. But back then they used to do tickets, and it was a gate. The guy, a homeless guy, he climbed over the gate, and there was a Muslim guy. He was throwing the food in the dumpster.
Oh,
Back
okay.
then they didn't get the food out; they was
Yeah.
throwing it away.
Oh
So
man.
he asked for a slice of some pizza, and the man told him to get the F away from that the garbage, and I'm asking him, can I pay for it? He told me, if you pull your money out and help pay for this guy's stuff, and I'm gonna call the police and that. So that's when I grabbed the man's arm. I'm crying. I'm in tears because I always had God on my side. I always had God on my side. And so I grabbed his hands. My friends and them, they want to be tough. Man, you better leave that alone. F that man. No. I grabbed his hand and I said, I looked him in the eye and I said, well, as you can see, this guy, something wrong with him. But please, let's take the money I got in my pocket. Or, you know what? We'll find you some food up the road. He was just like, man, I just want a slice. And so I grabbed his hand and I said, look, God just gave me a vision. I said, you see this taste for Chicago? You see all these restaurants. You see everything that they got set up. He just gave me taste for the homeless. And so we're going to recreate this years to come the same exact way, but you'll be able to get it for free. And that's what the birth of Taste for the Homeless can come from. If you can see the city and the fork.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The fork is where you can eat anything you want with nobody bothering you. So we put a fork in the city.
Oh, nice.
That's what this is for, that fork. You can have a fork when you come in and you see us and you meet up on us. We're going to give you a fork and you can eat much as you want. You know, so I know the heart that we have for the people, not just the people, but the community. We have a heart for them. And that's what we want to do. We want to convert that over and say, hey, if we could feed thousands of people, and I mean, we feed thousands per day, not no handful. We feed thousands. We go, we travel, we set up. We have the flat top grills. We have everything you need as a restaurant when we set up. If we could do this around the city of Chicago and everywhere, why can't we do it in Riverdale? Why can't we take this, incorporate all what we have to offer to the communities around the world and put it right here in Riverdale where it belongs, where God told me to start it. He wanted me to start it here. He wanted me to create it here.
And you even have a you want to show us your other bus? You said where people can take showers.
Yeah, but it's closed.
It's parked. But, we'll just kind of peek at it. But yeah, tell everybody about. So there's another bus we see.
We do have the shower bus back here. Tony, if you do me a favor, you go open up that back door. By the time we get back there,
we'll just
that window. I'm gonna let you in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you in so you can see a peep of what it is.
Oh, I don't mind. Okay,
and so that's what it is. How you doing, neighbor?
Hi.
And so I'm gonna get you see the actual peep of what that bus really looks like.
Yeah.
You know, where you can see.
And that's where people can shower. And
yes.
Good. And then tell us how long you've been in Riverdale.
So my wife been here over 26 years. I've been here 13.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
I'm a resident. Been here. Love Riverdale. I just look forward to, seeing Riverdale thrive for the best, and just be able to, give the new generation something to have when we leave. Build something big, build something huge for the next generation.
And how do you how do you feel currently, as far as, do you feel like government in Riverdale is very transparent, accountable? Like, are people able to go online and see how the tax money is spent?
No, there's no accountability here. They're not showing none of that. Which I think that's where we have the problem at. We have the problem with you're not being transparent to the community. You're not showing what needs to be shown. You're not bringing out what need to be for our people, for taxpayers. People need to see where their money going. I just know that's how it is. But they're not showing that. And me, myself, I want to make sure that you get a chance to see where your money going.
Right.
Where your taxpayer.
I'm sure you probably hear concerns from residents. I don't know if everyone watching is aware, but the current mayor has been indicted for some sort of financial issues, I believe, related to the trash or something, right? Trash service, I forget, but but that is definitely, I mean, that must be on people's minds, I would imagine,
Yes,
right?
yes, it is. That's one of the main things that's on everybody's mind.
Right,
Like I don't get involved in that.
right, right.
I try not to speak about what's going on in the past. That's
Mhm.
something that he's got to deal with
Right.
personally himself. But the people of Riverdale wants to know everything. They want to know.
Mhm.
You want to be transparent. You want to let people know
Yeah.
what's happening every day in
Mhm.
Riverdale. You know what's going on, where's the money going, what we doing, how we doing it, what's the plans, how we gonna create. These are things that people need to know. And
Right.
if I'm in office and you put me there, I have the right to ask you questions. I
Right.
have the right to know where this money going. I have the right to know how you
Mhm.
handling things.
Right.
That's my right as a taxpayer.
Mhm.
And me personally wants to be that person that say, hey, my door's open. You know,
Yeah.
come on, talk to me. I look forward to talking to you. And that's the kind of person I am.
Mm.
I want to talk to you. I don't want to make it where you can't see my face. I want
Mhm.
to see your face every day. If
Ah,
you
okay.
got an issue, come to me.
Mhm.
Don't come to everybody else. Come to me and
Mhm.
tell me that issue so we can correct that.
Mm.
You
Okay.
know, that's the person I am.
That's your goal.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is
Excuse
actually
me. Show
the
us your
bus
bus.
itself.
Oh, cool.
I could cut my switch on, but this
That's
is
okay. At least
yeah,
we can get a little glimpse of it.
yes.
Cool. So people can come in here and
Where
sit.
they sit, the microwave. I took all that. It's in the warehouse, but
Mhm.
it's microwave, refrigerator. You can't really see too much back here because it's kind of piled up. But this is the shower, the sink where the sink.
Nice. Okay.
Everything, yeah. So we were
Yeah.
just doing an event and we piled all this up in there. But you got your
Oh, I
shower,
see that.
they
Yeah.
showered, then the washing machine, the dryer was on this side, and the tank and sink and
Oh, that's right. So they could do their laundry. You did mention
everything.
that too.
Yes,
Wow, that is so cool.
yes, and it's warm. It's extra warm on here.
Okay.
Yes, this is where people can relax with no one telling them to get out. So we
Yes.
get 20 to maybe 30 people on here at a time,
Okay.
and we let them relax. We watch TV with them. We just enjoy ourselves and we just have a good time.
Well, thank you for sharing that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Is there anything else that you want to tell people as far as your campaign, or anything you feel like you want people to know? Definitely,
Well,
in all the interviews I'm doing, I'm encouraging everyone to go out and vote. Vote. Vote.
you
Vote.
must vote in order to. So here's the thing: in order for change to come, you have to vote. Don't voice your opinion later and you didn't vote.
Hmm.
You can change it by punching one. I'm one on the ballot. I'm number one on the ballot. You can punch one here in Riverdale if you want change. If you want to stay in the past or whatever, you have that option. I'm not going to down this man. I'm not going to disrespect this man. And I also want him to know something. I want to keep this my word so you will notice and you heard it here first.
Hmm.
Whatever you going through in life and whatever you did in your past, I want him to know, whatever that situation, however it turns out, I'll be here for his family.
Hmm.
His wife, his daughter, I'll be here for them. And if they need me, however his situation turned out, I want
Hmm.
him to know that I'll support, I help support him and his wife and his family. And even when he get out, let's talk about it. I'll be there for you. I'm never a person that's gonna down that man or disrespect him. I just want him to know that I have that heart
Hmm.
and I care for your family and I'll make sure they okay. And I want to keep that and let them know that we got this,
Hmm.
but it's time to move on. It's time to give Riverdale, you couldn't handle it. It's okay.
Hmm.
We all get a chance to do something different. And if it don't work, it's time to move on and go to the next level. I
Hmm.
feel like it's time to do something different.
Hmm.
It's time for a change.
Yeah, that's very. I
It's
mean,
time for a
people
change.
say, sometimes they're like, "Oh, I want to be positive," but that's very positive because you're saying, "Look, you want to help. You just you'll even help him. You're here to help." So
I'm,
that's great. That I've never
I'm
heard that
going to
before.
help him.
That's great. Yeah.
Later down the line after his case and all what's going on, I'm going to help him. And
Hmm.
I'm going to help his family. I'm going to be there for his family.
Hmm.
And I'm going to show him that I have that heart that he never met. And
Hmm.
so I want to make sure his wife, his daughter, everybody's taken care of.
Yes.
But we have to have a change in 2025. We have to have
Hmm.
that change, and I feel like I'm that person that can do it.
Mm, okay. And then do you have no, thank you for that. What was another question I was going to ask? Oh, plans for let's say new businesses, particularly along 144th. I love that street.
Oh,
It's so adorable, and you guys could
yes,
have like an awesome downtown full of stores. What do you
yes.
think you could do to make that happen
Well,
for
that's
people?
that's one of the main things we're gonna do. Um, we need a lot for that downtown. See, I feel in every village should have a downtown that looks gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of lights, bring a lot
Mm-hmm.
of different color lights, a lot of creativity, and a
Mm,
lot of businesses. Because I think businesses, I don't think I know businesses would change
mm-hmm.
the tax bracket. It would get everybody not only jobs, but it
Mm-hmm.
could lower them taxes. It give everybody a chance to breathe and see something different,
Mm-hmm.
like an ice cream parlor.
Mm,
A lot of different things that we can do on that strip.
right.
I know it can be done. It's gonna be done.
Yeah, the only thing I know is Ruby's. I've been there, and that was great.
Ruby's nice. Ruby's
But I just
nice.
remember from my mother growing up and other people who grew
Yes.
up in Riverdale, like even into the 80s, where they were just
Yes.
like, oh, we miss all those, having all those shops, and it
Yes.
was just full of everything. So,
Well, this is 2025. It's time for new opportunities for
mhm,
Riverdale. New businesses is mandatory.
okay.
It's open. It needs people. It needs something different and new.
Mm,
I love Starbucks. I
mhm,
love McDonald's. I like White Castles. These are opportunities that we can just go talk, make some talk. Let's talk to people.
mhm,
Let's communicate. Let's see what we can do to bring Riverdale back to a new level. I'm
mm.
with that.
Okay. No, that's good. I love 144th. And hopefully that can include supporting some of your local businesses, maybe people like you who
Yes,
maybe they have a background in food or other things,
yes,
clothing, and they're working out of their homes and they want to expand. And then
and
would you
that's it.
would you
I
help
think
them to
what
expand,
what
maybe find
most
space downtown or something?
most definitely, I'm with that.
Yeah.
I think for me, I like to see a company re so with Taste for the Homeless. Every year we come out with a different theme.
Hmm.
So I don't like to stay like last year we had the colors of the Chicago Bears.
Hmm.
This year's theme is like the Black Hawks.
Oh,
So
okay.
Taste for the Homeless logo turns into the Black Hawks color.
Hmm.
I think everybody's business need to upgrade every year because it brings something new to the community.
Hmm.
If I go into your mom and pop store, it ain't just about keeping it clean. It's about keeping the paint updated, the
Hmm.
grounds nice and neat. That's nothing hard. And if you need help, that's what we're here for. Don't be afraid to call the village.
Hmm.
Don't be
Hmm.
afraid to say, hey, I need this. Don't be afraid. That's what we want to do. We want to help you help us make the village grow.
Wonderful. Well,
That's
thank you.
it.
Thank you for sharing your vision. And brother, do you have anything you want to add?
Vote for Michael Earhart if you're looking for a change. This is a man of integrity, a man of people, a person that you could trust, somebody that you could put, a backing behind and know that his word is his bond, and he's gonna come through for you. Like he said, we out here day in and day out, just because we care for people. So the love that he has for people would transcend into something huge because the love of God is put first. So when you put God first, then everything else is going to manifest. But with him, if we could feed neighborhoods, you could take care of your own town. And we think that Riverdale could be great under his leadership. So
All right.
if you're looking for a change and you want to see something different, you try the rest. Now try the best. I know that's probably a little.
Oh,
corny,
look at that! Look at
but
that! He even
you
has
know,
these slogans for you.
Hey.
You love
I'm just saying, like,
it.
give it a chance. You know, we're not
Okay.
trying
I'm
to
asking
recreate
for
the
it.
wheel.
That's
We're
right.
just trying to bring out
That's
a
right.
change in the community.
Yes.
And,
Sounds like a very positive
Mike
message.
That's
is your
right.
guy. So come out on February 25th and cast your vote. Vote number 1, and
All
the
right.
change is coming.
That's it.
And remember, as we've been saying, I've been saying in all these interviews, we're the
Yes.
guys, they're the guys. Just no matter what, even no matter who you vote for, please vote, go to meetings,
You must vote.
participate. You have to participate in your town. Your local politics affects so much more than who's president.
That's right.
Than your favorite sports team that you spend hundreds of dollars and invite people over and you make food and people will even bet on who's going to win.
That's
But at
right.
the end of the day, how does that really affect your everyday life? What happens in your local government affects everything. Your
Yes.
schools,
Yes, it
your
does.
your city councils, your
Yes, it
library, your
does.
parks. So we cannot be successful in our communities without you. Come to the meetings, vote, vote, vote. And if you're not sure, ask questions. You can
That's
always
right.
find me on Facebook. Actually, you can find Michael has a lot of social media. Just
Yes.
Google his name or his company. And thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Thank
and
you.
Vote.
Vote. Vote. Give me that chance. I'll show you.
All right. Thanks. Bye.